Hi everyone, my name is Sherry with Handmade U. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are a subscriber to the HU Crafty Club box, this is our September 2023 Crafty Club project. Today we are making a glitter globe tumbler, okay? So I'm not gonna go through all the supplies up front, but if you have any questions about supplies, please check the Crafty Club website, or you can ask questions below, okay? But we are going to be using the Hog brand 24-ounce glitter globe acrylic tumbler, and we got these at Stainless Steel Depot. All right, so it's a nice big tumbler, and the reason that we went with these is because they are pre-drilled, so we do not need to worry about drilling a hole in these to make our tumbler. All right. They're really nice. The cap, as you can see, is a different color, and it just screws off like that, okay? And if you flip it over, you'll be able to locate the hole that we're gonna be working with today. So to get started, go ahead and unwrap your tumbler and grab masking tape, and I'll see you in a bit. All right, so we are going to go ahead and prep our cup, and we're also going to prep our glitter flow solution. So to prepare your cup, you're just going to take your masking tape and make a barrier around the outside here. This is going to help to maintain the glitter in this area so that it's not everywhere when we add it. So literally, I'm just gonna take a piece of tape, and hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going around the outside with my tape and just creating a barrier for the glitter. Okay? I'm gonna set that aside for a moment. To make our glitter flow solution, go ahead and grab your squirt bottle. These go up to 8 ounces, so we're gonna mix 8 ounces, and then we'll see. Hopefully that gets us where we need to be. If not, then we'll have to make up a little bit more solution. All right, so I'm taking my bottle, and we're doing a 50-50 ratio of vegetable glycerin to distilled water, okay? So make sure you're using distilled water for this project. All right, so I am going to fill this up to 4 ounces with water. Remember, we're using distilled water. Okay. And then I'm gonna mix my vegetable glycerin. I'm gonna do 4 ounces of vegetable glycerin. All right, so I'm gonna put the lid on, and I'm gonna shake this up. You wanna shake it well. All right, and then I'm gonna just sit that to the side until we're ready for it, all right? So the next step is adding our glitter. So we have this really pretty like autumn color. It's like a orangey autumn fall type color. It's a chunky glitter. We're gonna be using this inside of our tumblers. You do have a fine glitter for our other project. I recommend using chunky for this, just simply because the fine glitter has a tendency to clump up a lot more than the chunky. So I'm gonna open up my glitter and take off the seal. I love playing with glitter, but it's kind of like sand. It gets everywhere, y'all. So it wouldn't hurt to grab a piece of paper to have under here to catch the glitter if any does fall, but hopefully our tape barrier will help us out. So I'm just going to pour a bunch of glitter right on top here. And can you see it inside there? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my paintbrush to kind of get it to go in. Now this is probably gonna take you a little bit of time to do. So you might wanna put on some Netflix and just chill while you're doing this, okay? So people always ask me how much glitter to put in, and I really think that is a personal preference. So you just kind of have to put as much as you want in. I will say, you know, as you're doing this, make sure you take a moment and twist it around so that that glitter does move. I'm gonna wait until I get all this glitter in, and then I'll do that. Trying to make sure you can see. Yeah, we're just sweeping it into that hole. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this batch of glitter, and then I'll come back, okay? Hey y'all. So I just wanted to come on and let you know like a couple other things that work for me. Hitting the cup, literally it worked. Or tapping the cup on the surface, that also works. So you got a couple options of how to get this glitter inside this cup. All right, I'm gonna add another round of glitter. So I've used about 1/3 of the bottle. Y'all, so we got all of our glitter in. We used about 1/3 of the bottle of the glitter, okay? So now I'm gonna go ahead and take this tape off. Y'all, this glitter, you see that? This glitter is beautiful. Ooh. It's a shame I can't do nothing with this, you know? All right, I got a little bit of glitter on my surface. I'm just gonna wipe that to the side. All right, so if you still have some glitter on the top here, you can definitely continue to use your paintbrush and try to get as much of that in as possible. But at this point, I'm gonna grab one of my alcohol wipes, and I'm just gonna begin to clean up as much of this glitter off as possible. We're gonna take our mixture that should be ready for us to go, and I'm gonna find that hole, and I'm gonna put the tip right into that hole and hope that it fits. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to aim for about halfway. This actually works really well. Okay, so I'm at like halfway. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this, and I wanna, again, hold that hole with my finger, and I wanna mix it in with that glitter that's in there. I wanna roll it around. I wanna try to get that glitter moving, because I don't wanna end up with like huge clumps. So I'm trying to get all of that glitter moving. Once you feel like you're happy with it, you can go ahead and fill it up the rest of the way. So you're more than likely going to end up with an air bubble at the top, okay? That's normal. But what we're gonna do is we wanna kind of see if we can get that air bubble to move. Sometimes you can achieve it by just tilting it. So I don't know if you saw that, I tilted it and now the air bubble is here. So now I can add a little bit more solution. I'm gonna hold my paper towel there and I'm gonna again give it a shake. So now what we want to do is we actually want to let it just kind of rest for a little bit, either overnight or at least for a couple hours, so that any air that might be in the glitter at the bottom will rise up to the top, and then we can make sure that we fill it again at the top, okay? So we're gonna let this sit and then we'll be back. All right, so we're gonna plug this hole up, y'all. You want to wipe it with a paper towel one more time. We want to make sure that it's dry before we add the adhesive on. Now we're going to take our clear adhesive dots. These are Gorilla Glue dots. And I'm going to basically cover the hole with this glue dot. So I ripped one of them off. They have a clear paper on top, white paper on the back. I just ripped one of them. I lifted up the clear paper and I ripped the white paper to get a dot off, okay? And now I am pressing that dot down and I'm going to remove this white paper and I'm trying to get the dot to stay on the cup. Okay. Now, if you are worried that this is not enough, add another dot. You can add it on top or like to the side. If you want to, you can peel the dot off. Sometimes it's a little more challenging to work with it that way, but I've definitely seen people do it. They'll peel the dot off the paper and kind of stick it where they want it to go. You can turn it upside down and see if it leaks. If it does not leak, you feeling good about it, then we're gonna call it sealed, right? Now, if you are operating and it's a nice sunny day, awesome, because we're gonna be using some UV resin to seal this. And to me, I like using it with the sun. You can use, if you have like a UV nail lamp or light, you can use that to cure it, but the sun is the most cost-effective way to do it. So make sure you're doing this project. This is on a sunny day that you're doing the second part of this project. All right, so UV resins in these little black bottles. What you're gonna do is you gotta take the cap off, remove this plastic. And we're doing this in 2 stages, okay? So I'm going to first put UV resin, just a thin coat of it over this adhesive area. Just to seal that in, okay? And then go ahead, sit this out in the sun. If it's direct sun, it takes like 5 minutes. If it is indirect sun, it could take up to 20 minutes. So sit this out in the sun. You could put it in your window, or you can sit it out on the porch, whatever works for you. But put this out in the sun for 15 to 20 minutes. If you have a light, you can put it on 60 seconds at a time until it's cured. It'll probably take up to 5 minutes. And I'll be back once it's cured to show you what to do for the next part. All right, so that UV resin has cured. We flipped it over. No leaking. It's not leaking. And the glitter is flowing. Looks good, right? All right, so let's go ahead and finish the bottom up, okay? All right, so go ahead and grab one of your medicine cups, the little ones here. And let's do a 1/2 ounce. Well, actually, we don't even need that much. Let's do a 1/4 ounce. We're gonna do a 1/4 ounce of resin in this cup. Okay. And now I'm gonna take my glitter. I'm still gonna use the chunky. All right, I'm gonna take my chunky glitter and I'm gonna pour a little bit into that resin. And then I'm gonna mix it up. And now I'm gonna pour all of this onto the cup. And spread it around. Make sure it covers up where you sealed it. All right. So let this sit for a minute to see if any air bubbles form. And if air bubbles form, you can do 2 things. You can take a toothpick and run the toothpick through the bubbles and try to pop them. Or you can hit it with a heat gun or a torch lighter. But once you're ready, we're gonna put this back out in the sun for another 20 minutes and let that get hard, okay?